Well, hi everybody. Welcome again to my virtual campfire. You got the RV Wingman here. Hope you're having a great day. And if you have heard a rumor that I might be hanging it up, well, I might be. Not the complete channel, but I'm going to tell you about it here in just a second. If you've not yet subscribed to the channel, I certainly hope that you will after you watch this video. I have been told by a lot of people that they've been unsubscribed for some reason. And we talk about the YouTube algorithm. I don't understand how it works, but many people have told me that they are no longer receiving notifications, and they went to go and find out why, and they're not even subscribed anymore. So if you like this channel, if you like our candid, honest conversations, please make sure that you are subscribed to the channel and your notifications are turned to all. So as a former campground owner, I hired a lot of people through the years. And one of the things that drove me crazy was when people would come in, new employees, and they say, well, why don't you do this? Why don't you leave the pool open later? Or why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? And forgive me for thinking this. I'm just going to tell you what I was thinking. Most of the time when people would say that, I'm thinking, I never thought of that. Wow. I've run this campground for years. I'm here almost every day of the week, and I've thought about a lot of stuff. There are very few things that a new employee that's been working for 2 or 3 days is going to come up with some genius idea that I haven't at least heard it, a couple of times and considered. So be careful. That's one bit of advice before you go and say, well, why don't y'all do such and such? You may want to take a deep breath and go, maybe there's a reason why they don't do things. I have been for the last 2 years trying to provide helpful information for RVers, people who are going to buy and sell an RV, to help them save money and prevent them from being ripped off. I do it with this free RV report. You hear me talk about it from time to time. Yes, if you've not downloaded the report, the QR code thing, we just started doing this. If you put your phone on there, you're watching on TV, and apparently 40% of you do. So you can't look at the description of the video, but you can shoot that little QR code. If you look at the free RV report, you will find lots of information that I promise you will help save you money and prevent you from being ripped off. Well, I've got some friends who are very, very successful YouTubers, make a lot of money on YouTube, not in the RV space. And over the last 2 years, they have told me what an idiot I was. They said, well, why are you doing this free RV report? And I tell them, they said, well, you're being stupid. And I didn't want to hear it. I truly want to help people. They said, nobody's going to listen. I said, 25,000 people have downloaded my report. Thank you very much. They said, yeah, but nobody's going to listen. Nobody's going to read it. Nobody's going to see any value in it. I'm like, why? They said, because it's free. People don't value things that are free, Wingman. They don't do it. And I started thinking about it. Maybe they are right. I've had quite a few people that have emailed me and said, look, I'll pay you to just visit with me about making the right decision on buying an RV, what RV to buy, how should I buy it, what dealer should I buy through? And I've said no to almost all of them. And my friends tell me that I'm leaving money on the table and I'm not helping people like I think I am. So I'm telling you that story because I'd like to know what you think. If you have downloaded the free RV report, did you use anything? Did you find anything helpful or not? Are my friends that are in the other niche, are they right when they say nobody's going to really put that information to use because it's free? Nobody's going to listen to it. Or is there something in there that you've actually used? I'd like to know. Drop a comment down below. And along those same lines, going back to my campground, when we had the campground, 8.5 years, we bought an existing campground. And so I took over the way that they were doing business and tried to improve upon it. And when I bought it, I had these winter Texans that, well, I love these people, loved them. Okay, they kept coming every single year. And one of the guys turned into a work camper, great guy. And the way I would do it is we had trash pickup first thing in the morning. Most people do. And then I had garbage cans, little stations set up all around the campground, maybe 7 or 8. 10, I don't know how many there were, trash stations. And they were always full of trash. We'd go at 7 o'clock in the morning in the golf cart to go pick up the trash. There was a few people that had their trash out when they were supposed to, but almost nobody. And the trash cans were always full, and that's just the way it was. And we were always going and dumping all day long. And this work camper I mentioned, he said, why do you do it that way? And I said, well, that's the way we've done it when we bought it. He goes, well, may I respectfully make a suggestion? Okay. And by this time, this man had gained my trust. So I listened to him. And he said, why don't you get rid of your garbage cans? What? No. Get rid of them. Completely get rid of them. And then let everybody know that you'll have garbage pickup twice a day. 7 o'clock in the morning, maybe 5 in the afternoon. Have your garbage out. We'll come by and pick it up. And if you don't have it ready, there's the dumpsters down there. So, well, people get upset. He said, look, I've traveled all over the place. That's the best way to do it. You won't have as much litter. The people will appreciate you. You will put them on a schedule and things will work more smoothly. And you know what? He was right. He was right. I started doing it, and man, was it a whole lot slicker. People enjoyed the early and late garbage pickup. And when they were late and missed the pickup, guess what? They walked down to the dumpster and got rid of their garbage. Everybody benefited. I want people to benefit from this channel. I want to benefit from you. I hope that you will tell me the truth. Going back to the free RV report, did you find anything in that report that you thought was interesting? That you thought was helpful? Something maybe that you didn't know? Do you think that what my friends are saying and, the other YouTubers, that I'm leaving money on the table? I like to make money. I do. I don't like to, I'm not just some benefactor out there giving everything away. But I'm not only leaving money on the table, but I'm not helping as many people as I could. I think that in the future, I may be throwing in the towel with the free RV report. And instead, I might be doing a little bit of coaching, if you will, like a therapist maybe, and help people to make the right decisions, where we would do Zoom calls and you could record the call and we can talk about your particular situation. Not two people come at RVing from exactly the same place. Your financial needs, your ability to make payments and travel, and your health situation, there's so many things to take into consideration. And I think that I might be more effective instead of trying to get 25,000 people out there to download this report, which they have, that help just a handful of people that really want the help. Because I assure you, people that are smart in this business, it's like my work camper that said, hey, dummy, why don't you get rid of the garbage cans? You'll make it better and everybody will benefit. Maybe it's better for me to make some changes and listen to other people. Because I think when it is one-on-one, when we're paying money, there's something about the transaction. When you're paying money, you listen. I make calls every week. I spend much of my week on the telephone calling up customers of the people that buy, customers of the RV dealers that I trust, the ones in my network that I tell you about. And there's this funny thing that the more money people spend, the more willing they are to talk with me. And they're helpful as ever. They provide great information. Somebody spends $30,000 on a camper. Yeah, it was fine. Yep, fine. No, yeah, it was a good deal. And they're not very helpful as compared with someone that spends, $130,000 on a Brinkley, for example, or buys a Dynamax, an expensive Super C. Those people, it's like this paradox. They're two different people. I was saying to one of the dealers that I work with that, I use a lot of fishing analogies. And I used to, if you watch this channel, I used to fish tournament bass fishing events. And but catching a bass is not the same as catching a catfish. If you use the same technique to catch a bass as you do a catfish, well, you will certainly only catch maybe one of those species. You won't catch them both. They're both fish, but they're different. RV buyers are different too. The people that buy the lower end, and there's nothing wrong with that. We all start someplace. The people that buy the entry-level units, they're different from the people that buy the more expensive units. And like I said, there's nothing wrong with that. But I think that by me perhaps backing off of the free RV report in the future and providing some one-on-one counseling, coaching, might be more helpful. And yes, it will come with a price tag. I know that there are a lot of people out there that have much more wisdom and knowledge than I do, and they may be doing this. But I'd like to get your thoughts. I don't know, just wanted to share that with you today. So, yes, I might be hanging it up, but if I do, it's not for good. It's just going to change directions. Like get rid of my garbage cans at the campground and starting doing trash pickup twice a day like I did there. All right, that's gonna be where I'm gonna leave it today. Thank you so much for watching. Please, again, if you would, check and make sure you are subscribed to this channel and that your notifications are turned to all. Something's going on. I don't know what it is, but it's sometimes I'm like, that was not it may have not been the world's best video, but it's a pretty dang good one. And that's all the reach that it got. That's all the people that it got to. And it has to do, I think, some with the quality. Of course it does. But a lot of it has to do with that mystical thing called the algorithm. So let me know. Let me know if you've been affected by the algorithm, either on this channel or other channels that you might have been unsubscribed. You just don't get their notifications anymore. All right. Thank you so much. I'm Alan Warren, the RV Wingman. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up and drop a comment below. Let me know where you're watching today's video from. Y'all be safe, have fun, play nice, and don't leave your good manners at home. Bye-bye, everybody.